Hello fellow World of Warcraft fans, welcome back to a new video on my channel. Today we're taking a look at special mounts from patch 12.1. More specifically today it's about the Mythic Plus mounts. There are two of them again. Also the Mythic Raid mount and the mount for the Delve Nemesis. So all of these are mounts that you can get through PvE content. We'll take a look at them and I'd say let's get started right away. If you like all this, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, a comment, and subscribe because every little bit helps, especially during the YouTube summer slump. Thank you very much for that, and this is one of the nice amounts in my opinion. You get this for the 3k Mythic Plus achievement, so for the Keystone Legend, the Breath of Ruin. Atom des Ruins, I'm not sure what exactly it will be called in German, but you can see it here. It's a snake skeleton and has little red and purple wings, red spikes on it, a red tail here, and so on and so forth. Personally, I really like the model. I just can't remember which skeleton this model is based on. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I just don't know. And yeah, this is the 3K version. You can go through all kinds of different animations here in the model viewer on Wowhead. For example, here we see the mount special animation. So that's what happens when you press the spacebar or enter /mount special. The thing flies up a bit, then glides through the air, and then comes back down. All in all, I have to say, yeah, it's a pretty cool mount. I really like it. At the end, you need to have completed a few 13s and a few 12s for this key. It depends on how good your level 12s are, but with 4 level 13s and 4 level 12s, you should be safe. And this is what the mount looks like when it's drowned. Rip to the mount. Of course, there's also another color variant for the 2000k achievement. It's this one here. Honestly, this is a case where I actually like the 2k mount almost better than the 3k mount. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think this whole green color thing fits really well with the area and it suits a snake better than this red. Maybe for the 3K version, I would have chosen some other bright color, something where, you know, hey, that's also poisonous, corrosive, whatever, like bright orange or something like that. But yeah, all in all, not bad. I like both mounts. Here, if you look closely, you can see some kind of goo dripping out of the chest too. Back here, we have this stinger attached, and there's also a bit of slime dripping from it. So it really looks quite nice. In this case, it's called Breath of Blight. As I said, you need a 2k Mythic Plus rating for this, and for the other one, it's 3k. And with that, we come to the Raid and Delve mounts. For that, I have to show you this preview, because it doesn't work so well in the model viewer yet. We have Mythic Ulatech, the Prime Evil Sky Friend, at least that's what he's currently called in the game files, but it will probably be the Sky Fiend. So he's not our Sky Friend, and honestly, he doesn't look that friendly either. It's a two-headed snake flying mount, kind of reminds me of those chimeras we had, I think, in Warlords of Draenor, just with different heads on it. It doesn't look bad, but I have to honestly say that the mount from the first season, Ashes of Baloran, is way cooler in comparison than this thing here. So it's not bad, but it's missing something really special. You know what I mean? If this is the only time this model will be used in the patch, then okay. Then you know right away, okay, that's the Mythic Raid mount. But honestly, it could also just be the reputation reward at level 20. And there are 3 more recolors of it. Do you get what I mean? For me, it's not really that special. And if we look at it here, Primeval Skyfriend, there's the 3D model viewer, but that was a problem that already existed before. Namely, that at the beginning the textures weren't loaded onto it, and that's what we're seeing here as well. You can see the little eyes here, for example, so everything that glows yellow is highlighted here. but the rest of the model is completely missing. That's why you can't really take a look at it yet. For example, I would have liked to add the mount special animations. I mean, you can kind of get an idea of it here. It looks like the little animal is standing up on its hind legs and then roaring forward like that. But as you can see, you don't see all that much. Feel free to write in the comments what you think of this mount. And then, last but not least, we have the Delve mount. You can get this one again for the achievement Let Me Solo Her Him. So, in other words, to defeat the deep end boss on level solo free sign to take them down. And here they've decided to go with a kind of mech suit again. And honestly, I have to say, it doesn't look bad, but I just can't stand seeing this kind of mount anymore. So in the War Within, these mechs, whatever, were introduced into the game. And since then, I think they've really overdone it and kept pushing it in again and again. And honestly, I would have wished and hoped for something a little different here. The whole thing is called Apophic Soul Crusher. For the achievement, Let Me Solo Him, Aztarek. And honestly, Aztarek is also, if I saw it correctly, a kind of snake. And I have to say, the thing doesn't really fit that well. Yeah, it has those sharp little teeth. You could see that as a connection. But honestly, I don't really like the rest of it. What can you do? It's a matter of taste, as always, right? But I would have liked a cooler version here somehow. And there's another special feature that we can add in here. This time, there will also be a Hall of Fame for the Delve boss. In the last patch, that was only reserved for the first 4,000 players in a region. Now, with the new patch, everyone who defeats the boss in the first week will get entry into this Hall of Fame, so the spots are no longer limited. So now there's only a time limitation. I think that's actually a pretty nice thing. What do you think about the mounts? Share your thoughts in the comments. Which is your favorite and least favorite? I'm curious. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Take care.